Hi there, thanks for coming to my channel today and watching today's video. I hope you're doing very well. So this is the third and final video to kind of wrap up what I've been up to the past 2 months in this very interesting, harrowing, exciting, and somber, a bit bittersweet journey I've had in the past 2 months of very quickly relocating to Seattle in order to start a new job, a fresh new chapter that I'm very excited about. So let's get started. I just had some really good Korean food. Today is pretty warm. Alright, I just finished touring the final property in person. That was a 6th property in person that I've toured, and I'm actually feeling pretty strong about this one, even though it's only a 1-bedroom. There is a proper dining, living, and a huge kitchen, and has a little patio, and it's facing east. And what was amazing is that the rooftop has a full view of Mount Rainier. It was really beautiful. And it's surrounded by trees, and it was really quiet. And the bedroom is like one of those that are in the middle of the apartment unit, has no windows, and it does have a walk-in closet. It's a little dark, but it's okay. I think the fact that the living areas were so big and the kitchen is so big, it's making me, and the price, guys, I'm really happy. I'd be able to save money, and it's actually, the base rent is the same as my current rent in Portland Metro where I live. And only thing is that the parking is a little bit more. It's $125 or $150, but the pet rent is only $40 per month, so that's good per pet, that is. I have a lot to think about. It isn't exactly the spacious 2-bedroom, but the newer builds, I just realized, is like, I don't know why they eat up so much space. It's like the bedrooms are really tiny and there's no dining area. The living dining area is condensed into this tiny little thing. I don't know why. I don't even watch TV. So anyways, it is 3:34. I'm gonna head back now, drive 170 miles south. I'm ready. Time to drink my melted ice mocha. I also have green tea. And the 4th property that I visited, they gave me a bottle of water. Every single one, actually, I have, out of the 6 that I visited, 2 are definitely out of the running. So there are 4 that are high contenders. I have one more virtual one. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know if I like the Ballard neighborhood too much. I like the residential area when you go a bit more west, and there are some like really gorgeous multi-million-dollar homes there, but a little bit more east towards the Fremont area was a little bit too sketch for me, and it didn't look as charming as people have portrayed it to be. That's just my opinion. But I did go to the Nordic Museum, walk down there. That neighborhood is really nice. And just this building right here is right next to the Seattle Fashion Academy, but maybe I shouldn't say that. And actually the leasing consultant, manager, property manager was super sweet. Another selling point. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not gonna even, I just need to go home. I need to go home, decompress, and pick up the cat's wet food. Put all my data into the spreadsheet that I have going. Start analyzing my findings. Let's go home. I miss my cats. Gotta go see them. The major update is that today, an hour and a half ago, I got approved for an apartment, one of the ones I applied to. Now my house is a total mess because I'm starting to pack. So I do have a lot of packing to do. I'm gonna do a lot today. I do have my workout tomorrow and sewing class tomorrow. That's gonna be a total of like 6 hours of my time, but gotta get going. Crunch time. This is scary. I'm both sad as I was taking stuff off of the walls yesterday. My kitchen dining area has all the stuff taken off. I felt very emotional, especially photos of my fur baby, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this was the last place where he lived, and he passed away in this very living room, surrounded by loved ones, and I did the at-home euthanasia. But at the same time, I'm really glad for the cats. I'm going to be spending pretty much like 45% of my net income on rent, but it's a beautiful corner unit with 2 bedrooms. You know, I'm not living for myself only. I am cognizant and want to make sure that I provide a comfortable living for 4 other creatures that I live with. Probably head up to Seattle on Monday when the lease office is open so that I can sign paperwork, get the keys. And on my trip there, I'm going to bring the cat condo that's like 3 stories high, and I'm going to build that for the cats, and then maybe even take a couple cats with me with the litter box. I don't know. So this is my apartment. So the following Monday, I did drive up to Seattle to pick up my apartment keys, but not before having a very busy weekend of ensuring that the contracts and the lease agreements, everything was fully executed, and getting my lease notarized for a longer term lease, and tying up many loose ends. Oh, and did I mention like some divine intervention? I did find movers who were able to move me across the state last minute, and I was able to secure their appointment for a Wednesday and moving up on Friday, so it all worked out. Oh my goodness, I need to take a break. All right, 90% done. I'm not even looking for perfection. I just want to, before I got carried away trying to erase every little smudge mark, it's going to take me forever. So I'm just giving it a good wipe down, a mop of the floors. Done is better than perfect. I need to finish up quickly. I just have this little kitchen area left, and then I got to go finish unpack, unload the rest of the stuff, and then I got to hit the road again. So I've actually started to move in. Today is 2 days before the formal move-in day with the movers coming in with all my furniture, but I did get a new sofa. See, and I built this cat tower that took me like 35 minutes because I kept screwing up. Anyways, but it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Look how bright it is. And so I woke up at 4, took off and hit the road at 5:10, and it took me 3.5 hours to get here. So I'm looking forward to being moved in and not having to commute anymore, except for just every Saturdays when I go down to Portland for sewing classes. I think I'm loving this place, and I'm so grateful that I can afford this. Fingers crossed that I'll have this job and be at this company for a long time. I'm not even completely moved in yet, and I'm not moved out 100% either. I have one more weekend. I just got home last night after spending the entire Saturday to mostly clean. I did also go to my sewing class and made good progress there. I love sewing so much. Oh my God, and I'm making my robe. Oh, I can show you my apron. Hold on. Excuse my wardrobe right now, but this is the apron that I made, and it goes like this. This was my first project. Let's see. And it's got this little D-ring here. It's got pockets. I bought the fabric myself. I chose it. All the Joannes before they closed, I did kind of buy a lot of cotton fabric and some linen. Today is the official last day that I'll be here. I have the move-out cleaners cleaning out the apartment right now. It is very hot. And I'm tired. I want to get this done. At the same time, I don't want to leave. I want to put all my stuff back. It's so bittersweet. I used to bring Peter out here. In the summer it gets very thick and lush. I just went home to check on the house cleaning people, and with this is definitely cap. I've hit the $16,000 mark to relocate. Just me and my 4 cats. And I'm here just waiting for them to finish. They said they need another hour, and I can go back in about 40 minutes because it took me about 15 minutes to get here. But it's kind of like coming full circle. Do you guys know that feeling of like being forced to move when you really don't want to, but your existence, your survival depends on it? That's how I feel. And I've kind of come full circle by coming to this park. This park is actually where I brought my son Peter, and by the way, in my car I have his magnets. This is Peter, and I have photos of him in my car. I talk to him when I'm driving all the time, and on his 17th birthday, I took the day off of work, I remember, because I like to always take a day off on his birthday so that I can do something special with him, like take him to his favorite park. And also I always prepared a fancy dinner for him, usually filet mignon with like mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, pumpkin puree. He loved vegetables, so that, and I would also get a cake, even though he used to like vanilla cake when he was younger, but then after like age 5, he's like, cake really didn't jive with him. So I got cake anyway, just to be ceremonial. I brought him on his 17th birthday here at the park, and it was only a few months after we moved here. I wasn't really familiar with the neighborhood, and this was the nearest park that I could find. And it's lush, it's got big trees. I don't know what I'm talking about. It feels surreal. It feels abrupt. It doesn't feel real. I have just a few more hours left. It feels so suffocating. I want to go back in time so bad. I'm just gonna be an emotional mess for like the next few days. It's finally sinking in. I've been in a hyper-focused, rational mode, get things done, checklist. But now it's coming to the 11th hour. One thing I won't miss about this place is this constant humming of this vent. My new place is so nice and quiet. Only thing I hear is like the highway noise, but I can easily block that out has very thick soundproof windows. I'm gonna just, now, I did rinse myself. I was so sweaty and disgusting, so I kind of smelled, I feel like I smell kind of sweet and sticky. Now I'm not sticky, so I don't smell sticky, and that's good stuff. And so I'm gonna take out now the trash. I'm gonna load it into my trunk, take it to the dumpster, and then just slowly start loading the stuff I'm gonna take home. This is gonna be, my car has more than enough room, I can tell, so hopefully I also enjoy the golden hour meditating. I think I'm gonna sit down and meditate for like a good 15 to 30 minutes just to help my heart, help my soul. And that's exactly what I did before I had to leave. I spent about 30 minutes just gazing outside, appreciating the view one last time of the open field. The privilege of living next to such a scenic spot, peaceful spot. This place was a place of healing for me for the past 4 years. And to know that I am finally parting with a place that my furry son and I called home, our final home together, at least in this physical realm, was painful
and beautiful at the same time. I asked the divine and my furry son, his spirit, to come accompany me to our new home in Seattle.
Alright, I've made it home, my new home, and wow, that took almost 3 hours, but only because I stopped by Burgerville and Centralia and got myself a fish burger with fries and a drink. I'm gonna regret it, but I hadn't eaten since noon, and that was my last meal, only meal. So the plan for now, time is 11:20 sharp, and I am going to just bring in the live plants. Fell over. I gotta vacuum tomorrow or later. Live plants and food that needs to be refrigerated. Those are the only things I'm gonna take care of tonight. I'm gonna take that upstairs and start unloading other stuff tomorrow. But it's been a very long day, very emotional. I'm very tired. I take a magnesium glycinate and hopefully get some good quality sleep for at least 7 hours.